Hey guys, I got a question for you. What if the Emperor of Mankind looked into the future and saw the nightmare of the 41st millennium and decided to create a second Imperium before the Horus Heresy even began? Now, this is the first video of this type that I am doing. I really hope you guys enjoy it. So, let's begin. So, imagine Gilman, Sanguinius, and their brothers not as desperate survivors, but as chosen architects of a hidden empire. Imperium Secundus, a backup Imperium designed in secret, ready to rise if Terra fell. Now, of course, in the real lore, Terra is everything. The throne, the Astronomicon, the heart of the Imperium itself. The Emperor would never abandon it. But here's the twist. What if he still fought to defend Terra while also laying secret foundations for the Second Imperium? Not abandoning the throne, but ensuring humanity wouldn't collapse if Terra fell. Well, burned. That's the what if we'll be diving into today. How Imperium Secundus, created by design rather than desperation, could have changed the galaxy forever. So in the actual lore of Warhammer 40k, Imperium Secundus was born during the Horus Heresy, when warp storms cut Gilliman and his Ultramarines off from Terra. Believing the Emperor might have already been dead and Terra doomed, Gilliman founded a second Imperium on Macragge to preserve humanity. He ruled it as its architect. The Lion joined with the Dark Angels, and Sanguinius and his Blood Angels was reluctantly crowned its symbolic emperor. Sanguinius, not the Lion. The Lion was, I want to say, more like the bouncer. But as the truth emerged that Terra still held, Imperium Secundus quickly unraveled, leaving behind only a brief, controversial chapter in the heresy. A backup empire that never truly came to be. So, that's the actual lore. Now, this is where we kind of go off the hinges. When the Emperor had his vision into the timeline of our 41st millennium, when he decided to make the Imperium Secundus, he wanted to expand upon it. So he tasked Gilliman to include more brothers. So he tells him, hey, you're going to be the organizer. Sanguinius is still going to kind of be the figurehead, the emperor of the Imperium Secundus. You're going to get Vulcan to help because he's the humanitarian. Everybody loves Vulcan. Who does not love Vulcan? He's going to actually recruit Perturabo. And Perturabo is a traitor in our lore. But in this what-if scenario, the Emperor kind of tricks Perturabo, and he makes it an ego contest with Dorn. Because, that's just how the Imperial Fist and the Iron Warriors are. Both want to be the best at what they do, which is build defenses. I mean, that's a whole different that's a whole different argument for another day, though. We're gonna get off topic if I talk about that. But a lot of little things will happen. So Horus will still try to get in contact with Perturabo to get him to join his side. He's like, oh, Father, Father respects Dorn more. He thinks that he's the better architect. But Perturabo does not let Horus know he's actually part of the Imperium Secundus. So he's like, yeah, I'll join you. The drop site massacre still happens, but not in the way you think. Instead of the whole thing happens with all the traitors basically surrounding the 3 Loyalist legions, the Salamanders, the Raven Guard, and then the Iron Hands. But the Iron Warriors didn't show up. So at that point, Horus is like, hey, Perturabo he just backstabbed. What happened? The Lion does not know either. Because that was kind of like a little minute part, or not really minute, it was actually a huge reason why the traitors were able to break so far into Terra, was because the Lion gave the Ordinata siege cannons to Perturabo to ensure that when they got rid of Horus and there was a new vote for a War Master, Perturabo would vote for the Lion. In this scenario, Perturabo still got the weapons, he just never gave them to the traitors. Instead, he hid them in Imperium Secundus. That way, when the traitors came to them, because more than often they would, they had the siege cannons. They were going to use them against the traitors. So, in this what if, Imperium Secundus isn't a desperate fallback, it's a secret plan from the Emperor himself. Guilliman, as I've said, becomes the architect, Sanguinius the heart, Vulcan the soul, and Perturabo the keeper. That one day might save mankind, but there is still an empty seat. The Fist of Secundus. Now, there's a 3-way debate in my head about who it should be. Should it be Leman Russ, the Emperor's executioner, brutal and uncompromising? The Lion, as you know, he is in the lore, he is part of it, but I mean, he's a calculating general, and as I've said, he's already tied in canon. Or should it be Ferrus Manus, the tragic brother whose death might still be inevitable, but whose presence would change everything? That's the real question. And in my honest opinion, I think it should be Ferrus. It would be so cool, and it would honestly, it'd give the Iron Hands something to do, because in our actual lore, they don't do much. There's not much given to the Iron Hands. So I think adding them to this what if scenario was actually kind of cool. Now, here's my question to you guys. If you were Guilliman, who would you choose to stand at your side in Imperium Secundus? Let me know down in the comments, because I think this is a debate worth having. Who would you choose as the Fist of Secundus? And if you enjoyed this what if, make sure to like and subscribe, because next time we're asking, how could Clone Grim return to us? And I know it's not really a what if, but I think I have an idea about how they could do it, and I think you guys will really, really enjoy it. So, I'll catch you guys later.